Okay, so today's class will start with the new thing, which is the compound interest. We will be using the formula. In my previous classes, I have discussed about the simple interest and the sums of the simple interest. But now, today, we will discuss about the compound interest, which we will be using the formula. You can see in the board that I have written everything, that what are the formulas are and how it can be computed. See, there are two types of thing in which we have to do it. If we pick suppose P as a principal and capital A is the amount which will be after n number of years, and R be the rate of interest of compound, percentage of rate of interest of compound per annum, then we have two formulas. One is we have to always calculate the A means the amount of the after n years. So that amount you can calculate by using the two formulas. One is A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n, when you can calculate it if the interest is said to be paid or said to be payable yearly. And in another case the same, but it's a different. If it is paid half yearly, means the interest is paid half yearly, then it will be A is equal to P into 1 plus R by n by 100 whole to the power 2n. Okay, and compound interest can be calculated. Amount minus principal will get the compound interest. If you go to the second type, you can see that the principal is same. A is n plus n1 plus n2 years, and R1 is percentage of CI means compound interest for first n years, and R2 is percentage rate of CI for next n2 years. Then we can use this formula if there are two different years are given and different percentage are given. Then we can use this second type of formula, different types of percentage, where we can use this as A is equal to P into 1 plus R1 by 100 whole to the power n1 and A1 plus R2 by 100 whole to the power n2. Again, here the interest has to be paid annually. You can see that in the 9 below I have also written that in particular if the rate of compound interest for 3 successive years are R1 percentage, R2 percentage and R3 percentage respectively, then the amount after 3 years you can calculate. After 3 years amount you can calculate it. A is equal to P into 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100 into 1 plus R3 by 100, means all the percentage different. You can calculate for the 3 years in that manner, in the like manner. Okay, these are basically the formulas which I am dealing with now onwards from my next sums. So if you go through the sum number 1, we can see that find the amount of compound interest on rupees 8,640 for 3 years at 8 and 1/3 per annum. Means you have to calculate the amount of compound interest, which is 8640 for 3 years. The n is 3 years. Here time has to be calculated by means of n, small n, which is 3 years, and the rate of interest is 8 and 1/3%. 8 1/3% means 8.33%, or you can do it by converting at 8 into 3 means 24 plus 1, 25 by 3%. You can also do it like that. So given, if I rub this, you will see that how I am doing the sum altogether. So here, what are the given thing is given? P is given, sum number 1, P is given rupees 8640, it's fine enough. Okay, R is given 8 1/3 percentage, that is 25 by 3%, and N is given 3 years. So as per the formula, first one, annual interest you have to calculate. So A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. If you put that P in the formula, 8640 into 1 plus R is 25 by 3 into 100 whole to the power number of years is 3. Okay. 8640 1 plus 25 by 300 whole to the power 3. 8640, you can do LCM. 300 plus 25 whole to the power 3. 8640 325 by 300 whole to the power 3. If you deduct that by 25, you will get 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and then 12 13. Okay, 13. If you deduct that by 200 divided by 225, you will get 325 divided by 25, you will get 13, and 300 divided by 25, you will get 12. Means 13 cube and 12 cube. If you cube it, you can also get that 13 into 13 into 13, or you can also do it in that manner. 13 into 13 into 13, you will get suppose 2197, and 12 into 12 into 12, it is getting 1728. You can divide it and you will get the point, or otherwise you can do it by that. 13 divided by 12, 13 divided by 12, you will get 1.08, and that will be the cube. Means 8640 into 1.08, make 4 digit, 1.0833 cube. Okay, 1.0833 into 1.0833 into 1.0833 into, you will getting that 8640 into 1.2713. 2 is given, 1713. If you multiply that 1.2713 into 8640, you will getting 10,984 point something. So it is getting 10,985. Okay, and you have to calculate the compound interest. So therefore compound interest will be what is that? A minus B. I have given that in the formula. A is, you calculated 10,985 and P is 8640. You will getting the answer as 2345, as 2345. This is the answer of the first sum. This is the answer of the first sum. So coming to the next sum, sum number 2, where it has been given that if the interest is compounded half yearly, calculate the amount when the principal is 7,400. Means principal is given 7,400, but interest is calculated half yearly. Your rate of interest is 5% and duration is 1 year. You have to calculate only the amount, not the compound interest. You have to calculate only the amount, means this one. This one means here it is 10,985. In my second sum it will be different. Okay, so how you can do that? I am rubbing this, except the formula part and except the given part. Okay, okay. See, P is given 7,400, R is given 5%, N is given 1 year. So here, as the interest is compounded half yearly, the formula changes to A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 2 by 100 whole to the power 2n. So if you put that 7,400 into 1 plus R by 2 by 100, R is 5%, divided by 2 into 100 whole to the power 2n, 2 into 1, n is number of years 1, means 7,400 1 plus 5 by 2 means 2.5, obviously 5 by 2, you can calculate that 5 by 2. It's 2.5 by 100. 2. Okay, 7,400. LCM it 100 plus 2.5 all to the power. You can do another thing also. You can do another thing also here. If you don't want to do that, you can straight away change it to in this manner. How? 100, it will be much easier for you. 1 plus 5 by 2 into 100 whole to the power 2. You can easily change that first into last, second into third. It is first into last means 5 into 1, second is 2, 2 into 100. You can easily do that. It will be easier for you. Means 200, it will be 200 plus 5. 2 means 7,400. 205 by 200. If you do it by 5, you will get 7,400. 41 by 240. If you deduct it by 5, divided by 5, 205 divided by 5 is 41, 200 by 5 is 40. Means 41 into 41 and 40 by 40. You can do it like that also. 7,400 into 41 by 40 into 41 by 40. You can do it like that also. 41 divided by 40 is 1.025 into 1.025. As it is square, so I am distributing twice into 1.025. It will be 7,400 into 1.050625. As I am calculated in calculator, 1.050625 into 7,400, it will become 7774.625 in 63. That will be the amount. That is the A, and that is all we require to calculate in the seconds. As it is for the half year, so you have to calculate for the half year. Half year means obviously it will be different formula, r by 2 by 100 into 2n. So it is like that, 5 by 2. If you do it 2.5, it will be rather getting complicated. I am making it much more easier in that case. 5 by 200 means 100 into 2, twice means 205 by 200. If you do it twice in that manner also, or I have seen in my I have shown you in my previous sum, in that manner also you can do it. 41 by 40, 41 by 40. If it is twice, it will be 41 by 40 again. Means whatever it will be multiplied with 7,400, and the answer of amount means amount required will be 7,774.62. If you invest 7,400, at the end of 1 year, compound interest half yearly, you will be getting the amount as 7,774.62. That's all for today of two sums. I will give you the next two sums in my homework. Try to do it if possible. Give me the feedback that you can do it, how you are doing it. Please give the feedback about the class regarding whether you are understanding or not. If you are not, then you should remind me. I will try to explain it in a much lucid manner than now what I am explaining. So this is all for today's class. Thank you.